Previously on Pokemon Realidea System.
Yo, look at the starters! Those individuals in black that you have seen are part of the Metis Corporation, or Metis Corp for short. They are a group of scientists who are dedicated to controlling Pokemon through a system and then use them for their own purposes. Hey Hectic, have a Pokedex, don't you? Let me borrow it for a minute. Let's see. I hope I don't regret doing this. Here you go, try it. Oh, we have one of those screens now too.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Hector here, and we're back at it again with our Pokemon Realidea System Nuzlocke Let's Play. If you guys are excited, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as I post Pokemon content every single week. And I did have a bit of an issue recording this episode. Apparently my microphones got switched, so I was using a different microphone that was very glitchy. It was very bad quality, so the audio for this video is not going to be great at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a voiceover, and I'm going to basically just go over everything I did, kind of like a little quick recap like what we did for Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and hopefully we can get the issue, resolved for the next episode. So without further ado, let's get into it. So while I was going around town, I found this random transmitter that it was just sitting there on a log, and for some reason it needs some batteries to work. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but we're gonna find out eventually once we find some batteries. So that's gonna be very interesting along the road. So I decided to help this young boy. So he wanted to show me his Drifloon. His Drifloon is great and everything, and all of a sudden his Drifloon was just like, no, see ya, I don't want to be here. He just makes me go get his Drifloon out of nowhere because he is incapable of doing it. But nonetheless, we just go ahead and try to get it. So we were able to find the Drifloon at this old man's house in the middle of the woods, and he's like, I live over here because I don't want to be bothered. But he doesn't understand that I'm trying to get that Drifloon, so I'm just like, you know what? Fight me. I don't care. I can beat you. You're just an old man that can try to split me with an axe, apparently. So I go into the battle, confident as heck, and I did not expect what was about to happen. So I went ahead, I threw in Bob against this timber, I tried to put it to sleep, and without noticing how much damage I took, I accidentally went for Growl and we lost Bob. So Bob is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Bob. You will be missed. I'm sorry, buddy. You had so much. So Goals went ahead and avenged our fallen Bob and defeated Alfonso, this very crazy old man, to then finally understand that, we didn't want to lose Bob in vain or anyone in vain, and he noticed that the Drifloon was on his ceiling. Thanks a lot for nothing. So we went ahead and just visited him, just wanted to tell him like, hey, you killed our Bob. It's your fault. But apparently he was able to help us out, get the beams for the adamantite mine ready. So he just went over and gave him some cables so we can go inside. And he came back and just told us like, hey, I fixed it. Just go. So naturally, instead of going back to get the Drifloon, I wanted to explore these mines, which were honestly pretty cool. You can travel with these little mine carts, and there's a bunch of Sableye around trying to attack you. You can't really catch anything, Sableye wise, so we just had to resort for something different. But before we decided to catch anything, we went outside and found this really weird tablet that we couldn't read for some reason. So I'm assuming we're going to be able to read it, once we got a little bit deeper into the story. So I went ahead, just ventured around the mine, went ahead and also captured Horns the Goldeen. And I also found this golden Sableye that was really nice and healed my party before what was apparently a pretty difficult battle. So, and by difficult, I mean pretty weird considering that we just found a bunch of random Sableye and a King Sableye that happened to be a Mega Sableye, and it decided to battle us in a double battle, which didn't really play in his favor. Gulls and Taylor just took out the Sableye like it was nothing, basically just attacking it a bunch of times, and this random blue Diancie appeared out of nowhere. I'm assuming a shiny Diancie. It scared off all the Sableye, and it gave us a Celestial Crystal, which I still don't know what it does. And it randomly disappeared, and we just got a bunch of money lying on the ground. We went ahead and just went back to town, gave back this little kid's Drifloon, which basically made us lose Bob. Thanks a lot, dude. You really suck. And we went to Lucerna Forest, where we were able to find our next encounter, which happens to be a Fomantis that Golds accidentally kills because he says, I don't want any more bugs or grass types on this team. Dude, we need the encounters. Why did you do that? And we find this kid almost getting out of the forest, and he has a bunch of charger bugs that decided to go haywire and just leave. He did a scrammed and he asked us to help him rally up all those charger bugs that he lost because he just can't do it. Apparently, for some unknown reason. We just gotta help people out. I don't know why we do this. But being the nice and incredible trainer that we are, we decided to help him out and collect all of his charger bugs all around this insanely huge forest for no reason. But with one of the last charger bugs that we were looking for, we find this random trainer. We don't know who she is, we don't know what she wants, but she's just playing with one of the charger bugs and pulls out a Realidea System, which lets us know that, well, she's part of Metis Corp. This is honestly getting better and better. She tells us that the discharge energy from the charger bug makes him seem a bit calmer, and she notices our Realidea System with our Pokedex, so she knows we're up to a lot of good, and she is not. So she went to those, tells us that she's Teresa, leader of Metis Corp right now, which we learned about in the last episode, but we hadn't seen her yet. So this is Teresa. And of course, she tells us to just mind our own business, but I guess as part of being a Pokemon trainer, we can't stay out of it. We have to be good people. So we go back to this trainer and bring him back all of his charger bugs, make him seem happy, and he tells us that he's the leader of Cornelia City Gym Abbey, which goes to show gym leaders don't really do much in these games, or at all. I still can't believe it, honestly. So we go on to Route 3, catch Nibble the Puchiana, and we randomly find a farm with a honey tree where we just pour some honey on it, and we wait for a little bit, get a Pokemon, and out appears the worst Pokemon ever, a male Combi. This is as useless as it gets, guys, honestly. I don't know why this is even here. I don't want it. So I just go ahead and let Goals take care of it. And we finally make it to Carnelian City so we can finally take on the first gym, where we just apparently find out that there's an aroma that makes Pokemon sleep unless they're bug, flying, or fairy type Pokemon. And there's only two ways to dispel it. One is using the Pokemon to help us, and they wouldn't tell us the other way to help us. So thanks a lot. You were not helpful at all. So we make our way to the gym leader Abby. We finally found them, and they have a freaking Vespiquen as their ace. So I wasn't really prepared for that much, but we still took them on anyway. Which was a surprise considering that Goals just decided to peck to death the Dupiter and the Vespiquen, and then finally went ahead and aqua jetted Anorith into oblivion, which was pretty cool. And Goals decided to evolve afterwards, just randomly evolving to Seagull, its second stage evolution. Let's go. And we got the Hive badge. Simon decides to call us right after the battle and tells us that we have now cut, so we can go ahead and ran some errands for him and some other people. That way we can just take advantage of our new cutting ability. I decided to go help this person that was telling me to go take his resignation to the Decidueye gang for some reason, and he gave me a Decidueye suit, which honestly was pretty funny to use later on. You're going to see it. So before helping him out, we decided to help this young man out here that apparently is having troubles with his herbs disappearing. So he tells us like, hey, I think there's something in there. Good luck. Go get it. So we just go ahead and use cut and take probably like a million years to understand this very, very elaborate puzzle. Honestly, it took me like 10 minutes to complete this. I feel so bad. But finally, after like honestly like 10-15 minutes, we found these two random fancy Carnivine just having a tea party with the herbs that they found and, well, not found, but stole. And yeah, this is actually pretty weird. But it's honestly pretty cool added to the story. So Carnivines are just like, we're fancy, we are awesome. So Goals and Taylor are like, nah, you guys can't take us. They decided to actually just go ahead and destroy those two Carnivine. And we see Lotad, or Danza the Lotad, becoming Danza the Lombre in this very, very, very long evolution scene. But we got him. Lombre is here, the Carnivine disappeared, and they randomly dropped a monocle. I don't know why I would need a monocle, but hey, we are fancy now as well. So we went ahead back to Lucerna Forest, found this little cave here covered in vine. We cut it up, and we're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where the Decidueye gang is going to be. We go on ahead, see a random ladder, and we got to put on our suit. Look at this. This is so hilarious. We are now a Decidueye. This is so funny. Oh my god, I love this part so much. But what comes on ahead is kind of hard. So we decided to give this guy his resignation, but the truth is they're pretty cool guys and they're gonna fire the other person and take us in their place. All we have to do is give them 3 passwords and we'll recognize and be recognized as one of the members. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do it because they might give me a Rowlet for this. So after asking a lot of people, I find this random Rowlet just screaming. This is probably the funniest thing ever. He literally is just going, ah. But we go ahead, find everybody, and ask them for the passwords, which I then forgot. Oh yeah, this game is in Spanish, so we need to make the passwords in Spanish. But before turning in all those passwords, we find this random ladder that leads us to Simon's just quarters. He starts looking at us, and he's like, yeah, I think the alcohol's getting to me. This is probably the funniest thing ever. I should really take off my suit for when I just meet random people, but this was the funniest thing ever. After finding all 3 passwords and giving them to the Decidueye gang honcho, we are now part of the Decidueye gang and we got a Rowlet. Let's go. This Rowlet, we named him Robin Hood. I'm so happy to get a Rowlet now because I love starters and Decidueye is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. So, Robin Hood, welcome to the team. We go on to Route 4 where we ran into Elliot. He's telling us like, oh, hey, what you doing? Didn't mean to scare you. But hey, cool, you got a badge. I'm going to Jade City. Come along with me. I'll see you there. That's pretty much it. Didn't say anything else. Go on ahead and capture up Rocky the Rockruff. Add him to the party because, you know, we need more diversity. We just have water types and grass types so far. So, yeah. Rocky, we needed you. We then just went ahead, battled every train on Route 4 and made it to Route 5, which is honestly pretty cool with the leaves falling, that autumn feel. It's honestly pretty cool. And here on Route 5, we ran into Purloin, which we caught and named Figaro. Figaro, welcome to the team. Honestly, I like the reference. We then made it to Jade City, where we ran into Elliot, who was talking to some random girl named Alba. And he was telling us how she noticed some men with dark clothing to the east of the town. So Metis Corp is here. We gotta take care of them. And I mean, this is gonna be interesting. But before anything, we gotta appreciate this new custom form Drifblim. It's insane and I want it and I really need a Drifblim right now. Anywho, we decided to go on ahead and ran into Alba. Honestly, these cutscenes are amazing. Shout out to the team that made this game because honestly, they're cool. But Alba is like, oh wait, what are you doing here? Simon calls us and she thinks that we're part of the Metis Corps because we have a Realidea System. And she decided to fight us. And I was not expecting what came to be after this. I'm literally fighting Alba here. She has a regular Pumpkaboo. And all of a sudden comes out this level 60 Braviary. I'm like, what the heck is this thing? I thought to myself, well, I'm not supposed to win this battle. I'm gonna lose. Nuzlocke might be over. I don't know. All of a sudden, I decide to go like, hey, I don't know what to do here. Let's just go for a bug bite. And all of a sudden, Braviary lost all of his stats. So I guess we can win this battle. Rocky went ahead, set up a bunch of howls, and bit the Braviary to death. To then come out and see this Ninfei, which is the grass starter's second stage evolution, first stage evolution. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can do this. All of a sudden, does Mega Drain and kills Rocky. Rocky, I'm so sorry. I misclicked so bad. I'm sorry, Rocky. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry, Rocky. But Taylor went ahead and destroyed the Ninfei and the Beldum, just taking vengeance and revenge for our fallen Rocky. Alba goes on to tell us that she's Liliana's daughter, who is a former champion of the region, and that she got tricked into using the Realidea system, which explains why her level 60 Braviary did not listen to her at all. And she goes on to tell us that, hey, I saw some Metis Corp people up ahead, let's go battle them and beat them up. And of course, you gotta do it. Before I did anything, I went ahead and captured Vixen the Vulpix, which was gonna be pretty needed for the next gym battle, which apparently is a fairy gym, and for some reason, fire is pretty good against fairy. So Vixen, welcome to the team. After beating up all the grunts in the forest, oh my god, wait a minute, that's a Celesteela. I was about to say that grunts are useless, but oh my god, that's a Celesteela. Teresa's there, and I'm sure we know what Teresa's planning to do with that Celesteela. She's gonna try to wake it up. Why would you want to wake up an Ultra Beast? Don't you get that trying to force very powerful Pokemon to do your bidding is not a good idea? People never learn. Oh my god, I gotta teach her a lesson. Of course, being the coward that she is, Teresa just sends out her grunts, which obviously can't take us. Goals just goes ahead and wing attacks this Bidoo into oblivion. And our newly evolved Dartrix goes ahead and Razor Leafs this Munchlax like it's nothing. And while we're battling, Teresa's just like, oh yeah, let me just revive the Celesteela while you guys are entertained over there. And, well, I don't really want to battle an Ultra Beast, so please don't make me battle an Ultra Beast, Teresa. Don't do this. And of course, being this evil person that she is, she's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to battle you because you are weak now. But she doesn't realize that Goals is just super awesome and takes care of her, breaks him like it's nothing. Goes ahead and destroys her Duosion, just aqua jetting it like it's nothing as well. I mean, come on. And then she brings out a Finneon out of all Pokemon that sets up the rain to try to beat my water type. Seriously, what the heck is wrong with you? And because we distracted her, Celesteela's like, you know what, you're just stupid, I'm gonna go to bed. And just ignores her. And boom, buried itself back into the ground. And Teresa's like, aw, dang, I got distracted too long. Let's leave. What the heck? This is probably the funniest group of evil people, evil team that we've seen in a Pokemon game. I enjoy their antics because it's honestly really funny. And that pretty much sums up what we did this episode, guys. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I post Pokemon content every single week, so be sure to check out all my content. This series going up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our live streams going up Tuesdays and Thursdays, just playing through the new Pokemon Run and Bun fan-made game, which has honestly been really, really insane. And on Saturdays, you're going to see our new mini-series for Infinite Fusion. Make sure to check those out, like the video again, subscribe to the channel, and, have a great week, guys. Stay hectic. Peace.